Hello, YouTubers. 8Man here, and this is a video not about backpacking. Those of you who watch my channel know I usually do videos about backpacking. This is only remotely related to backpacking because it was a result of this injury that I was unable to do some backpacking comfortably, which is why I had the surgery done. So I had a proximal row carpectomy about a year and a half ago, and if you're watching this, you're probably looking for information because I went into the doctor and he told me he was going to take 3 bones out of my wrist, and it scared the crap out of me. And I looked on the internet and didn't find a lot of stuff about it. So this is mostly for those who are considering the surgery, and I want to tell you about how my results were so you can use that to help you decide what you want to do. But the results with me have been good. My history on it is about when I was about 25. I'm almost 57 now. I broke a bone in my wrist called the navicular bone, which is known as the scaphoid bone. It's the base of the thumb. Common injury. And it never healed right. I did it playing football when I was 25. And I casted it for several months. It never healed right. And being young and stupid, I never followed up with it. And the bone died. And it was been an injury that bothered me for 30 years. Fractured wrist, a lot of pain, loss of motion, loss of strength. I was still able to do everything, but it was always painful, and the pain just kept getting worse and worse, and finally it reached the point where I needed to do something about it. I was on a backpacking trip in the Sierra for a week, and I couldn't even use my hiking poles. It hurt so much. So I decided to go see a doctor when I got home. They did some x-rays, told me some stuff about total wrist failure, and pretty much the option they gave me was a proximal row carpectomy, which is removing 3 bones from your wrist. So I broke the, sorry, my lizard's trying to run away on me. I broke the scaphoid bone, which is the bone at the base of my thumb. And then there's 2 other bones, the lunate and the triquetral. If any of those bones are broken or need, they don't heal, this is one of the options you have. The other option is wrist fusion, of course, which I wanted to keep as much range of motion as I could. So I'm a very active person. I do physical labor for a job. So I need to use tools, and I want to be able to do everything. So the doctor told me that I did all the research I could to find out about this surgical procedure, and it seemed like the best option out there. And there isn't tons of information about it, but the general information is it's kind of good for about 20 years. I will eventually probably have to do a fusion, a total wrist fusion at some point in my life if I live that long. So that's where I'm at now. It's been about a year and a half. And so if you're a younger person, I dealt with the pain for 30 years. It just became kind of everyday thing. I'm a backpacker, so I'm used to pain. And but it just got ridiculous. So I had the procedure done. It takes about a year to get better. It's casted for a while. I went back to work a week after surgery with a cast on. And then I wore a brace for a couple of months. And I was fine. It was kind of tender and sore for about 6 months, and it was really weak until about a year. And now I've pretty much regained 80% of my strength. So when they take this whole row of bones out, you can see my scar there. It's about a 6-inch incision, and they just pull out the 3 bones, and your other bones just move on down. My wrist doesn't move as much. It's a simple hinge joint, they call it now, where it used to be a complex hinge where you can do a lot more. With my other wrist, I have a lot more motion. This one, I probably have about 75% of the motion. I don't go back very well. I was using my fingers for a wrist for years and years, so I have this freaky trick now where I can almost touch the back of my wrist with my fingers, because that kind of became, I was afraid to use my wrist for years, so I'm slowly regaining strength. So I had, on a scale of 1 to 10, my pain could be anywhere between 5 and 10 on a daily basis. If I jarred it, it would be sore for several days. I was still doing everything, but it was ridiculous. So Now post surgery, I'd say my pain is like 1 to 0. No resting pain whatsoever. Worked out really well for me. I went back to playing softball, and I was no pain at all with that. Golf would probably be good. Uh, so yeah, year and a half, I have no pain whatsoever. I had a 1 year follow up with my doctor. Everything was good. I know there are complications, but I just wanted to share my personal experience was very well. And if you're get second opinions. There's things that need to be using your hands for, like guys like this. This is Sydney, by the way. And yeah, make a decision, get second and third opinions. But in my case, I am very, very satisfied and have returned to all activities. And I can pretty much do anything I want with my wrist without any pain at all. So, hope your experience is similar. So, if anything does go wrong, I will follow up. But I'm a year and a half now, and I don't even think about it anymore. So, I'm 100% satisfied. So, good luck to you. Thank you.